Today we are going to be learning about measuring to half of an inch. So first of all, what is a half inch? A half inch, which is written 1/2 like the fraction half, is one of two equal parts on 1 inch. There are 2 half inches in 1 inch. So if you look at this ruler here on the right, you'll see that from 0 to 1 is like one hole. And there's a small little line in between there. And that splits this whole inch into halves because we have 2 equal parts. So we are going to take a look at this cube, or these 3 cubes actually. So we're taking our ruler, and do you see the 0 right here? That 0 on the line is going to start, you're going to place it right at the end of this first cube. So it's at the 0 mark. So we need to figure out, it says the length of the 3 cubes is greater than 2 whole inches, because here's the 2 inches, so it's bigger than that, but it's less than, what's the next whole number? We have 2, then we have 3, right? So, but it's less than 3 whole inches. So it measures to the first mark, after 2. So we need to write a number to represent the whole inches, which would be 2. Now we need to write a fraction to represent the remaining part of that inch. So to represent this little line right here, how much is this? It's half, 1/2. So the length is closer to 2.5 inches than it is to 2 inches or 3 inches. So to the nearest half inch, the length is 2.5 inches. So we're going to work on measuring some everyday objects. First, we have this eraser. Notice how this eraser, the end of the eraser, lines up with the 0 on the ruler. Right? Do you see that? Otherwise, you're not going to get the right answer. Then let's see where it ends. So here's the end of the ruler. What number do you think that is by? So it lines up right there. So how long is that ruler? That ruler is about 2 inches long. What about this graham cracker? So again, notice how we have that this end of the graham cracker is lined up with the 0 on the ruler. But look at where it ends. This is where it gets to be tricky. So you'll notice that it's 2 inches, right? But it's not quite to the 3-inch mark. It lands perfectly in the middle, which means that this length is 2.5. So this graham cracker is about 2.5 inches long. What about this green crayon? How long do you think this green crayon is? So let's see where it stops on the ruler. So it goes past the 3, but not quite to the 4. It kind of hits in between again, that line in between the 3 and the 4, which is halfway in between. So we would say that this crayon is about 3.5 inches long. What about this toy plane? I want you guys to try. So use this red line to help you kind of line it up. How do you think you would say how long this toy plane is? Okay, I'll help you out a little bit. Is it longer than 2 inches? Yep, it goes past the 2, because here's the 2. Does it go past 3? No, it stops right in the middle. So remember, so then the 2 and the 3 are kind of broken into 2 equal parts. So right here, that would be 2.5. That plane is about 2.5 inches long. Let's look at this button. how long do you think this button is? This button is about 1 inch long. All right. Last example. This is a smaller button now. So how long is this smaller button? Take a look at it. This line goes right up to about here. So it doesn't quite go to the inch mark, goes to the small line in between 0 and 1. So that would be just a half an inch, about half an inch. I hope this makes sense. If you need any help, please let me know. Have a good day.